Hi there, and welcome to the Rangers News YouTube channel. It's Jordan Corral here, and beside me is Cammy Willis.
How you doing?
And next game on a congested December calendar is Hibs away, trip to Easter Road for Jack Ross, against Jack Ross's side, who are much improved under him, but they lost 2-0 at Celtic Park at the weekend. Obviously Rangers, as
Apparently they never laid a glove on them really either.
I think it was. I don't think they had a shot on target, which goes against the fact that I think in their home games they've scored 8 in their last 3 home games. They're normally playing 2 up front at the minute. Canberra's getting a go. They're playing wide players, and they're looking to have a bit more of a go. So obviously Rangers tanked them at Ibrox earlier in the season, but do you think this will be a lot more different or a lot more difficult task?
Aye, absolutely. I mean, it's a Friday night game as well, so it's quite exciting. I think the Easter Road will probably be packing. It'll be loud. It'll be vibrant. There's obviously kind of little small rivalry with Hibs as well, so their fans will be up for it. It's going to be a difficult game. You have to fancy Rangers. I think if we show up and we're professional enough and we go about it the right way, I think that we'll get the win. Whilst Hibs have been kind of resurgent under Jack Ross, I don't think they're anywhere near our level. I don't think that I think that Rangers should have too much from them. Obviously, Morelos is a massive miss. That's the big one because it might be a physical encounter. It's probably likely to be. We're going to miss him as a kind of focal point for the team, but we beat them 6-1. I understand it was under Heckingbottom. I do think the Rangers have too much for them in every position. I think they just go there, get the job done. Don't get sucked into the kind of same thing that happened up in Pittodrie. Don't get sucked into a Maya. Don't let them go direct. Don't let them get into your heads, and just go there and get the job done. And I think we should have enough.
Yeah, I think the first thing you pointed out there was the Friday night game, and I think that does add something to it. It always makes games more difficult against these sorts of teams when it's at night under the lights and that sort of stuff. And I think it was under the lights that we drew 1 each there last season. Candea scored, and I think it will be difficult. But how do you think? Do you see Rangers playing a different style? It'll be Defoe to replace Morelos, because the other thing is we literally don't have anyone else, so it has to be Defoe up front, up against your Porteouses, your Nicolay centre halves.
Well, yesterday at the end of the game with Motherwell, Stephen Gers said something interesting. He says that he was going to kind of throw Defoe on to kind of get on the end of crosses that were flashing across the 6-yard box, and I think that's what you'll see. I think that you'll see Defoe playing on the last man, and I think that you'll see perhaps not too many changes in the team, and Tavernier and Barisic whipping balls in and just try to get that kind of bounce just in front of the defender for Defoe. I think he'll play last man, and I think he nodded to that when he was speaking after the Motherwell match. And I think if we go down and get an early goal, I think we'll control the match.
Because I was just thinking there, we'll maybe panic about, some people will be the fact that Morelos gets sent off, and people think he'd be hard done by, and it means he misses what is a big game, and that we'll have to rely on Defoe, who isn't your natural target man.
Exactly the worst person to be relying
That's
on.
exactly what I was about to say. We're talking about a guy who has scored goals for fun for the last 20 years, and he's beaten slightly better centre-backs and Porteous and your Hanlons and that sort of stuff. Doesn't normally play up front in the zone. That hasn't been a thing down the years, but you would like to think, in terms of movement, in terms of sharpness, he's going to be far too strong there. But do you think then, just as you're saying about not too many changes, you think pretty much stick as is?
I think they pretty much stick as is. I can't see anybody else coming in and saying, unless Davis is fit, he'll maybe come in. But no, I think Aribo's starting to make that right hand side his own. Obviously, I think Arfield's a big part of that. The energy that he's got, he's doing a lot of the running on that side of the pitch. And yeah, I think I can't see it changing midfield too much unless Davis is back. I can't see too many changes. I think it'll be Kamara, Jack, Arfield again, unless Davis comes back.
Yeah, I think that's probably there's quite a gritty midfield in there, guys who are gonna work hard, and I think as you touched on Aribo there, we've talked previously about how much of a problem that right hand side is, but is that has that now remedied it enough going into January. You've got him and the fact that you've got a bit of interchange there with Arfield, that it's a bit more fluid and it's a bit freer on that side. Do you think we're now less reliant on the left?
Yeah, I think as we go on, maybe I think that Aribo, he's played maybe the last 3 or 4 games in that position.
Yeah,
I think now he's starting to get more comfortable. He's starting to kind of fight down the ball. He's kind of barking at referees. He looks much more involved in the play. He's got an absolutely exceptional first touch, and his link-up play has been superb. I think that now it's just about him getting more kind of goals and more assists in that position. Yeah. I think that'll be what answers your question. I think what's the end product going to be between now and then? I don't think there'll be too much in January unless something becomes available, but. I think if Rebo can add end product, I think we're going to have a pretty spectacular player in that position. I think it'll be very useful.
A bit of a gem. Okay, so we'll just go to predictions then beforehand.
I think Rangers will do all right. I think I'm going to go 2-0.
Okay, stick with that.
2-0. I'm going to go 2-0.
First goal score? You get any?
Defoe.
Keep on saying Defoe first goal score. Okay, I'll go 2-1. I think they'll come out the blocks and give it a go, but hopefully we'll ride the storm.
The only thing is because they've been beaten by Celtic, maybe they've got a wee little bit of point to prove on their home patch against one of the old firm teams. That's the only kind of thing. But I do think Rangers have too much. I don't think Hibs are quite there yet.
Yeah, I think they'll fancy it, but if we turn up,
yeah,
it'll be good.